Hey, what's going on, guys? I've got a 2009 Ford Focus here, and I'm going to use this car to point out to you the location of the 4 fuses for your low beams, your fog lights, as well as your high beams. So we're going to first get into the fuse box. It's behind this cover, which hinges down like that. You basically have to pull on it like this, and it will hinge down and out. This is going to reveal the fuse box here, and we're going to open this by squeezing these 2 tabs together and pulling the cover towards us. So that's going to show all the different fuses and everything. For the low beam bulbs, there are 2 10 amp fuses, here and here. The upper 10 amp fuse is for the right or the passenger side low beam. The bottom one is for the driver's side or the left side low beam. This 15 amp fuse here is for the fog lights if you've got that equipped. And this other 15 amp fuse right here, that is for the high beams. Now there is a relay for the high beams as well as a relay for the low beams, but it's built into the smart junction box, which is the whole piece right here. So I'm going to show you how to remove one of these fuses. You'll want some needle nose, some smaller ones that'll fit in this opening. So I'm going to show you how to remove a fuse, and then I'm also going to show you how the wiring is set up for the low and the high beam. So you just grab the fuse and pull it straight out like so. And you can actually look through the fuse to see if it's blown or not. As you can see, that one's in pretty good shape. It's not blown. And reinstalling it can be a little tricky. You can just put it in place with the pliers, and then you may have to kind of wiggle it around before you can get it seated in there. Now, as far as the wiring goes, for your low beams, they get turned on with that switch, of course. And the switch can fail. So if we pry this switch out, you may want to be a little more gentle on your car. You can pry the switch out. There's one wire that is a ground, and when the headlights are turned on, that ground is sent back to the smart junction box. As soon as I can get this damn thing out. Damn! Let me get this out real quick. So I've got it out. There's a ground that comes in on a black purple wire. So that's going to be this one right here. You should measure a ground there. And when the switch is turned to this position, it takes that ground and it sends it to the junction box on this yellow blue wire. So the ground coming in from that yellow blue wire basically signals to the smart junction box that you'd like the headlights to be on. Now, as far as the high and low beams, you know, of course, it's activated by this multifunction switch. Again, there's a ground that comes in on that purple black wire. And when you turn the high beams on, that ground gets sent back out on a white orange wire. So let me see about disconnecting this real quick. So there's the white orange wire. You should measure a ground coming out of that wire when the high beams are on. And of course, the ground coming in is from that purple black wire there. So yeah, I hope I've given you guys some good info. Please let me know if you have any questions, or more importantly, if you have any advice about troubleshooting the headlights, the high beams, the low beams, or the fog lights on your Ford Focus. Thanks for watching.